we should go check in on our boy Itto real quick. Why is he in China? Why the fuck are you in China? Now, Navia's quest was great. Let's see it. Let's continue to invest in Geocoin. What has my boy been up to?
Huh? Look, over there by the hot pot stand. We know them.
Oh, of course. Of course, his babysitter's here.
Traveler, Paimon, you're here too?
Oh! Oh, that's right. She has a degree.
Yanfei, Shinobu. Here for some hot pot,
I forgot
huh?
they're lawyer
What's
buddies.
vacation?
Was her cooking too hot to handle?
No, it's nothing like that.
Too spicy.
One restaurants just closed for a couple of days.
Itto.
But it's nice to try
Arataki
somewhere
Itto about
different
to
for a
bully
change.
Chinese
Su
children.
Anyang's hot pot
at
is
Beetle
pretty
fighting.
good, and you can't get it at Wanmin Restaurant.
Wanmin's closed? Why? What happened?
Well, it was partly our fault. Recently, some old classmates from the Tongwen Academy got in touch and said they were organizing a get-together. Yanfei's the most senior among us, since she's the most qualified, so she got to pick the location. And she booked Wanmin Restaurant. The turnout was a lot higher than expected, and in the space of 2 days, we somehow got through all of the restaurant's stock for the week ahead. Boss's enormous appetite was also a significant contributing factor. He went a little crazy.
He needs to be under
Chef
constant
Mao
supervision.
was pretty wiped out by the end, but he had a huge smile on his face. It was the best business he's had in months. The only
Dear
thing
God.
is, it'll take him at least a couple days to fully restock.
The man?
Bullchucker's here too?
Stop
God,
calling
I
him
haven't seen
that!
Those horns stick
It
out like
sounds
two
so
sore thumbs.
dangerously close to a slur.
Yeah, when he heard I was meeting up with some old classmates, he got very excited and decided he was coming with me. His logic was, and I quote, "Any classmate of Shinobu's is a classmate of mine."
Flawless logic.
Notwithstanding the fact that Boss has never studied a day in his life,
What?
I think
No.
he just feels that he didn't get enough chances to indulge his taste buds last time he was in Liyue.
Well, yeah,
That
we were
other
stuck in a
kid you guys
cave.
brought with you, though. What was his name again? Oh yeah, Grandmaster Hanakado. He seems like a smart cookie. You probably didn't notice because
Oh,
you were
she
busy
brought an
chatting to
NPC
your
with
classmates
us.
at the time. But he was helping Chef Mao out in the kitchen, trying to pick up some Liyue cooking skills.
I suspect he just wanted to learn how to make some new dishes to feed to his Oni Kabuto and make them stronger.
He only came to China because he wanted to get steroids for his Beetles.
Where do we know that name from?
What a king.
Oh, yeah! Didn't we meet him during that beetle battle thing that Bullchucker organized that one time?
Bold of you to assume I remember an NPC's name, Paimon.
That's right. Good memory, Paimon. After the near catastrophe
It's
that
the kid
was
who
the
was
Beetle
trash-talking him in the last
Hanakado
event. I
became
vaguely
an ally
remember
of the Arataki gang. He and Boss regularly hang out to have practice matches and discuss Oni Kabuto rearing strategies. But to his credit, a lot of the things he ropes Boss into doing in the name of beetle brawling actually result in Boss doing some real work for a change. It's made things a lot easier for me. For instance, they've decided to spend a few days helping Chef Mao restock the kitchen. Partly to thank him for the epic feast. And partly because they would like to use the opportunity to look for new ingredients to boost their Oni Kabuto's performance.
I think they're out looking for crabs at Guyun Stone Forest right now, with Miss Shangling and Mr. Guoba.
Mr. Guoba.
They all seem to get along great.
You have to be
Guoba's
respectable.
already made friends
about
with
Mr.
Prince and
about
Staff,
Guoba.
as
He is a
calls
god.
it. And, something Beetle King, or whatever Hanakado's is called. They've been out for quite a while, though. Shouldn't they be back by now?
Unless something put them in a playful mood. In which case, it's anyone's guess what kind of mess they might be in by now.
Well, now Paimon wants to join in the fun! Crabs from Guyun Stone Forest? Paimon bets they taste great! Why don't we go see if they need our help? The sooner Wanmin Restaurant is fully stocked, the sooner we get to eat there again! And And while we're at it, we can see what Bullchucker and Grandmaster Hanakato are really up to.
Seriously, I'm genuinely, please stop calling him that.
So you two are
It
gonna
makes
head
me
over?
uncomfortable.
I think that's a great idea. The Traveler, Paimon, and Itto make a good team. Not everyone can get through to him, but he usually listens to you two.
You make a good point. Well, thanks for checking up on them, you two.
Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's way over there. Fuck that. Nah. She'll call him Suzaku. I mean, I don't consider calling someone Suzaku a slur. I know certain other people do. Hey, Neo. We finished up Navia's quest, and now there's a new event out that actually has voice acting. And it involves Max Middleman, so of course we gotta check that out real quick. Just Jesus across the water real quick. No big. How was it? Navia's quest was very, very good. Like I said, Anime France continues to knock it out of the park. Best writing the game has ever had, and it's not even close.
Ah, I see it now. A hard shell, a whole bunch of legs, looks like a born warrior. The crab is the Onikabuto of the sea! Throw one of these bad boys in the ring and your Onikabuto will have to seriously up its game.
That's right, Oni King! Technically, the crab belongs to a different species, but it has all the qualities of the perfect warrior beetle.
Oh,
Pitting Onikabuto against crabs during their training is a surefire way to rapidly improve their strength.
Then it's time for Crimson Staff and Ironclad Beetle King to train harder than ever before. No rest until they flipped every crab in the area onto its back. And once they're done, we'll just need to stoop down and scoop them up. No more chasing crabs all over the beach. La 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 la. Looks
The sound of a god.
Xiangling and Guoba are part of the gang now.
Sign me the fuck up!
Traveler, Paimon! Fancy meeting you here. Are you guys out for a walk or something?
I'm here checking on my boy.
Hey, Xiangling! Hey, Guoba! Well, we were going to gorge ourselves at one mean restaurant, but then we ran into Yanfei and Shinobu, who told us you were closed for a few days. So we figured we'd come find you guys and see if you needed any help. Aw, you guys. Thanks for being such loyal customers. It's so kind of you to help. With Mr. Itto and the Grandmaster helping me for the last couple of days, we've actually got most of the things we need now. All that's left for us to get are some fresh crabs. And Crimson Staff
Crab
and
looks
Ironclad
uber
Beetle
tough.
King will be
I'm
able to
gonna name
round
him
them up for us in no
Scissors.
time. If
Why do
everything
I have
goes
a
to
bad
plan.
feeling about this?
Uh-oh. I may have spoken too soon. It's a geofiship hatchling! Bullchucker! Hanakato, watch out!
Hold on, stay calm. I'll assess the situation. Hard shell? Check. Legs? Not too many, but it more than makes up for that with the whole rolling thing. Yeah, looks like a mean fighter. This is what you want to train your Onikabuto against.
How right you are, Oni King! With a training partner like this, an Onikabuto is sure to reach the apex of its abilities.
Assess the situation by combing his hair, yes.
Are they serious right now?
He's very cool.
Wait, I think I recognize that thing. It's always rolling around on a nearby island. It's made quite a reputation for itself as far as Guyun geoviships go. People have taken to calling it Crystal Tornado.
Why not just Tornado?
It's because if you ever set foot
Why
on
is
its
Paimon
little
calling him
island,
Bullchucker?
then it
Because she's
whips
racist.
and gives you a nasty whack on the head. It's really
Sonic
aggressive.
breakdancing.
How did you come to learn that?
Oni King, allow me to send in the troops. I shall monitor the battle from a safe distance to assess our enemy's
It's because he has a tiny pet
Go,
bull
Ironclad
that he
Beetle
throws
King.
as part of his
Test the
moveset.
challenger to its limits!
I have no idea why she hyperfixates on that detail and has to phrase it like that in a way that sounds dangerously close to a slur. But I hate it.
Beetle King!
I can't believe that didn't end well.
One hit and it's all over? I don't believe it. That's not possible. Okay, listen up, Grandmaster. The glorified pet rock is clearly tougher than it looks. Time to show it what we're really made of. From what I've seen,
Which
our
slur?
opponent has a
I'm
lot
not
of brute
gonna
force,
say what
but
it
no
sounds
finesse.
close to.
Making all that weight around
Are you
is a
kidding
recipe
me?
for crude and clumsy attacks. And if you don't land the hit, it ain't worth squat. Luckily for us, our Oni Kabuto have a little thing called agility on their side. Go, Crimson Staff! Dodge the limbs and tail, wait for an opening, and aim for the...
Oh, come on!
belly.
Oni King, shall I send in some more Oni Kabuto, or...
I will...
Guoba, save us.
Wait, what's Guoba doing? No! Wait!
Be
the
gone,
Bishop can
fuck!
understand Guoba?
Guoba is a god! We've established
So,
this.
to answer your question from a moment ago, Paimon, I found out about Crystal Tornado's aggressive tendencies the last time we came to gather crabs in Guyunstone Forest. Tornado gave Guoba a big old bash on the head the moment he saw him. But then Tornado fell unconscious, and apparently wasn't seen for weeks afterwards. I guess he's finally recovered from his injuries.
The weak should fear the strong.
What a cool guy. I mean, I figured he was a pretty epic dude just from the look of him, but I've never seen someone just stare an enemy into submission like that. There's only one possible conclusion. This is a warrior with strength, the likes of which I've never seen before.
I must say, I concur. I don't know how, but Guoba-san simply commanded that hard-shelled beast to stand down and retreat at once. Come to think of it, he seems like a pro at catching crabs, too. Guoba-san clearly has some sort of power that lets him bend the minds of shelled organisms to his will.
Guoba-san.
That's it! The truth has been hiding in plain sight
It's
all this
Sama.
time.
He's a god.
Guoba-san is a virtuoso beetle battler. With his skills, he can direct an Oni Kabuto's each and every move.
Of course. Yeah, that
What
makes
is your
total
wisdom,
sense.
my teacher?
These are the kind of brainwaves that make you the Arataki gang's greatest ally. See, if we can get Guoba-san to teach us the art of shelled organism mind control, we'll be
Bruh.
unstoppable. The entire beetle fighting world will be our oyster.
Can we stop discussing what special powers Guoba may or may not have? We have to get these crabs back before too long or they'll go bad. And then this whole trip will have been a waste.
Right! Get a move on, Bullchucker! Shinobu's waiting for you! Also, we want to eat?
Huh? Wait, when did we get 2 new people? Oh, compadre! If it isn't the Oni King's right hand. Oh, and of course, the flying lavender... sorry. Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon.
No.
Wait.
No, don't call her that.
Man, don't tell me you saw me lose that beetle fight just now. Oh, so humiliating.
Sorry for lurking. No, it's okay, Itto. I hear it happens to a lot of guys.
Oh, come on! There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
No one
Oni
asked
Kabuto
you.
don't stand a chance against the Geovishap hatchling. Next time, just give it a couple of whacks with your club.
But that would defeat the whole purpose. Let me explain. Now,
You wanna
there's
eat
no
2
secret
secrets,
that you've
Sam?
kicked a
I've still
fair
got
share
some
of
spicy
butt
chicken
in your
wings left
time.
over.
And from what I
I didn't
hear,
finish
that
all of
includes
them.
some
They
of the
gave me
biggest, most
a
powerful
lot
and
today.
meanest butt around. So how'd you
I don't
do
know
it,
what
huh?
was up. I
Were you
don't know
born
if we just
stronger
went on a
than your
weird
most
time or what.
fearsome foe? No.
But it feels
Do
like
you
they
rock
gave
up
me
to
a
every
lot
fight
more
believing
than
that your
18
odds
of them.
winning are 100%? Of course not. You start with an impossible
Like, I
goal,
never finish them all right
defeating the
away, but
unbeatable
especially
enemy.
not today.
And then you do whatever you gotta do to achieve it. Because even you can't know how much potential you have until you push yourself past your limits. That's how you make yourself not just stronger, but stronger than you ever imagined.
Live stream, what you
could
do?
be. Flee the fight once, you'll probably flee the next time. And the time after that. Next thing you know,
Oh,
you're that
25
boring little
games
dwarf
you
who never
hate?
had the guts
Aw,
to put
Dan.
himself out there. Because when you flee the fight, all you're really running away from is the person you could have become.
Itto, you complete me.
What's gotten into Bullchucker? He actually said something that made sense. For once, Paimon has nothing to argue back.
You hear that? Boba's getting hungry. Crystal Tornado's gone now anyway.
You
and
didn't
your
even
Oni
put a picture of the
Kabuto
right
won't be ready to
Danganronpa,
fight
Dusk.
again
That's a
anytime
picture from the
soon.
anime.
So, are you just gonna stand
You're
here
bullying.
gawking, or...
Also, Genshin.
Sama
Don't
makes a
put
good
Genshin
point.
on there.
We are still far from being worthy enough to seek
Don't
the
put
tutelage
Genshin
of
in
the
the same
mighty
category as
sensei Bulbasaur.
DMC2.
I have heard tell of a great contest of fine warriors that was once held in this place. We stand on hallowed ground, and the very air we breathe is abuzz with the might of great
Man,
duelists.
Dusk really hates Danganronpa.
I say we set up a ring here and
It
now.
sure would be funny if somebody
I
dropped
shall
gift
summon
subs to
the
get us up to
mightiest
250 so that we
beetle
had to do a
battlers of
Danganronpa live
and as
dub
iron
and make him
sharpens
suffer
iron,
for months on
we will
end.
hone our skills and training with them. Then and only then will we be ready to seek the guidance of Guoba.
Worth a try.
Once we have learned his ways, we will track down that shelled beast and do battle against it once more.
Paimon's got a feeling about this, but not actually sure if it's a good one or a bad one.
Oh, I'm with you, Grandmaster. Yeah, you're saying the time has come to unveil the plan. This is the moment.
The plan,
it's time
you say?
for the long-awaited Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp.
There's no time to lose, Oni King. Let's set up the arena.
JC. Make him Nagito just to make him suffer.
Talking to you yet? Ugh, unbelievable. Look at them, not a care in the world.
I think the thing we joked about was Dusk having to play every character that dies first in all of the games. I think that was the compromise we agreed on.
What did they say it was called again? The Arataki...
Oh dear.
Something something?
Yeah, that's not actually what I was
Anyway,
thinking.
some sort of beetle
I don't
fighting
know if it's an
tournament,
actual
right?
slur or not, full
think
disclosure,
Hanakata might have
for
mentioned
obvious
it before.
reasons. It's just a term
I
I've
wasn't
definitely
so busy with
it's
work
a
at the
term I've
restaurant,
definitely heard
I'd
in it
love
like
to
at least
take
2
Guoba along and
things
watch.
with
But right
racist
now,
connotations.
The top priority is dealing with all these fresh crabs. Come on, let's head back.
Shinobu was saying the Arataki gang came to Liyue for her classmates' reunion, right? Won't throwing an impromptu beetle fighting competition
Oh,
interfere
damn
with
it,
their
that's
plans?
right. Yeah, we can't let him do that. No.
Well, not much we can do about
Yeah,
it
no, that
except
character
head back
deserves
to
better.
Wanmin and tell Shinobu.
Yeah, no, sorry, Dusk. No. Not for 2, anyway. Who can you voice, JC? Whoever you want. Like I said, I have no... Like, obviously, the process is way off from actually happening. Unless we actually hit that sub-goal one of these days, or if the goal changes or whatever. But, what's it called?
Yanfei, Shinobu, we're
You can be the character who dies second in that one, Dusk. You can
Guoba,
be,
Xiangling, Traveler,
I
and
shouldn't be
Paimon.
spoiling Danganronpa
Wait,
in a Genshin
where are
Impact
the other
stream.
two?
I'm not gonna name names. You can be the second
Let me
second
guess,
when he dies in that
Itto
one.
and Hanakata are up to their
Your situation is
usual
improved, so you can
antics.
actually do it like more than
We'll
twice,
be leaving
Goggle.
shortly.
Cool.
First, I need to get all these pristine ingredients safely stored away. The Mistflower Corollas won't keep the crabs cold
Thoughts
for
on
much
Fastigami?
longer.
Unironically, one of the best characters in the game, despite his short-lived screen time. Like genuinely adore Tugami. But yeah, for the record, if that does ever happen, the process is going to be the same. The process will work the same way it did in the what's it called, for the Fire Emblem Awakening live dub, where like I'll hold some quote unquote auditions And it'll be limited to like one character per person at first, anyway. And it'll be less a matter of like who's most appropriate for the part, and more just like first come first serve, who also has a decent mic, and we go from there.
Plus,
Hifumi, good choice.
Our valued customers
I
eagerly
also
awaiting a
unironically
grand
like
feast.
Hifumi a lot.
I'll get cooking, then we can catch up while we eat.
I will make sure you get someone who dies at every game, Dusk. Don't worry. But yeah, whoever does Tugami has to be the same person who does Togami in 1.
Arataki blazing armor Beetle
We explained
battle
our
boot camp?
Beetle boot camp idea.
That doesn't bode well. It won't be long before things get out of hand. We're guests here, which means we're supposed to be on our best behavior. Leave them to me. I'll put a stop to it.
I don't know. I
Everyone
think
can
it'd be fun.
voice Leon now.
Anyway, don't
I
stress.
think Blebby has dibs
Beetle
on
fighting
Leon.
Sounds like a great event idea. According to the Comprehensive Compendium of Liyue Law, we just need to notify the relevant office of the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
The same as
and they'll
Togami,
issue
but with a bag of
permit
chips next
pretty
to their
much
mic.
right
Yes,
away.
yes, that's the only
You
requirement.
never know. Maybe you'll make some
Exactly.
new friends with this event. Then you'll have even more people to hang out with when you next come to Liyue. Yeah, and you can bring them all to Wanmin Restaurant for your meals.
A shameless plug.
Wait,
I can't judge.
first the event, and now you're already planning our next trip? Given the Arataki gang's financial situation...
Oh, come on. You gotta learn to cut loose more. You came all this way. You should be focused on catching up with old friends, making some new ones, and just generally hanging out and doing lots of fun stuff. I need to be at the Ministry of Civil Affairs
Listen to the
shortly
smart
for
lawyer
something
lady.
else anyway, so I can get the ball rolling for Itto's thing while I'm there. All right, I'll handle that while you guys head back to Itto and help get the venue set up. I'll join you later and bring the permit with me.
Probably should have asked how long this quest was gonna be. I figured it'd just be a quick cutscene to lead right into the event.
Yanfei is in a good mood today. She didn't take any persuading to help out with the
Might be kind of
event.
awkward because I didn't split up the recording
Well,
either.
Event planning's right up her
But
alley.
it's fine.
She was an officiator in the Masterful Chefs contest, and she has a lot of contacts because of her work. She's also on vacation at the moment, and her old friend Shinobu's in town. That's definitely put her in the mood to have some
It
fun.
came out yesterday, yeah.
Well, I've missed
Yeah,
my
shoot, I
chance
also
to
don't know if it's
discuss
gonna be
the issue
time
of our
gated, if there's gonna
funds.
be more cutscenes I'll be missing
Guess
out
I've
on
got no
potentially.
choice but to deal with Boss directly
Well,
now.
I'll figure it out.
Traveler, Paimon,
And just see how
Thanks
this
for all
wraps
your
up and see if
help
it
so
seems like
far.
there's gonna be more or
I
not.
promise I'll make it up to you the
It
next
is
time
time
we meet.
gated, dang. Alright.
You mean you don't need us to come with you?
I'll have to break up the
Well, if
recording
Itto's
and
serious
just
about defeating
do
that
the rest real
geovicious
quick another day
hatchling with Oni
once it's
Kabuto,
done.
Paimon's kind of curious to see how everything goes down.
We'll help you deal with the man. I know how to talk to him.
Now that you mention it, didn't you help Boss out a lot at the last one of these? The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme Beetle Brawl?
I appreciate that she remembers the
We
name.
didn't really help out. We just played a few matches. But it was actually super fun.
Either way, it sounds like you understand Boss's perspective far better than I do, so maybe you'll be able to help me talk some sense into him. I'll take all the help I can get.
Sure, or, maybe we could just let him go ahead with it, huh?
Any roles that I'd want to pre-claim for the live dub? Not particularly. I generally like the entire cast of those games, with the exception of some of the dickheads in 3 or V3. So I'll be happy with whatever's left over. Everything gets unlocked in like 2 days. Okay, all right. I should have time to hop back on at some point and finish it up. Kind of upset that I have to edit, but whatever.
All right, Boss. Fun time in Liyue is over. Let's head home.
Sure, I don't want to
Shinobu.
pre-claim Miyu.
I can explain.
Oh! I do like Miyu
No,
a lot.
you can't. Our
But
funds
nah.
have run out. We've spent
If we
too
actually
long
hit
here.
that goal, that's a lot of gift
After
subs. I
buying
want to
our
make sure to
tickets for
give back
boat
to the
home,
community.
The gang fund is
Somebody
down to
else
double
out there might
digits.
like her more than I do.
How can we possibly afford to hold a tournament? Yenfei-senpai very
I hate
kindly
Kingdom
offered
Hearts
to
3,
handle the legalities, otherwise you wouldn't even have a permit. Are you expecting her to foot the bill as
Single-handedly made me give up on the
Put a stop
franchise.
to this now, before things get out of control.
But
Like, I genuinely have no
you don't
desire to play
understand.
any
We have a
follow-ups
situation
going
here.
forward.
Normally, I'm happy to do things your way, but the Arataki gang's 2 top Onikabuto warriors just lost to some pet rock. Look, we have a whole arena set up and everything. If we back out now, we'll be the laughingstock of the entire beetle fighting world.
You've lost plenty of beetle fights before. Even I can
You
beat
realize what Mii's
I'm not
plans
even
would
a
actually
serious
entail?
player.
Gamrick, I literally did it
Why
already.
are you so bothered about
Me and
losing to
Ivy
some
played through
vicious
that game in its
hatchling?
entirety, and I was Miu there.
Shinobu!
I know what she's
That was a low
about.
blow. Anyway, that's ancient history. I'm
I
on
know
a
what my
whole
girl's
different
about.
level now. There isn't a single beetle fighter out there who can touch me. I'm serious about beating that pet rock. Don't think I've got what it takes? And try me.
Gladly.
He is swearing a blood oath
You want
against
to
a
do this
pet
the
rock.
hard way?
I
We'll
love
do
this
it the
man.
hard way.
You don't even know
Grandmaster
Danganronpa's a secret.
Hanakata,
I'd help you
get
pick
me
someone
and
out.
Boss a beetle each. Maybe he'll be more amenable
We can find
to
someone
reason
appropriate.
after a crushing defeat. If I win,
Or a Hawkeye.
you have to come back with me. No complaining, and no making any more trouble for Yenfei-senpai.
Shinobu, Oni King,
You're really doing this, huh? I, didn't think you'd take it this far. Okay, so... Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon, I delegate this challenge to you.
You're making Paimon fight me?
No surprises there.
Oh, Itto.
What Bullchecker is really saying is, if you want to fight the Oni King, you have to go through Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon first.
I hate you with every
Exactamundo,
fiber of my
amigo.
being.
Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon is one of the Arataki gang's top beetle fighters, but...
No,
even she
she's
isn't
not.
in the same league as moi.
I am.
So Shinobu, if you want to duel with the Don, you gotta beat the Milan.
Except...
What now?
Paimon refuses.
What?
Even Paimon knows that you can't just expect other people to pick up your slack all the time. It's not right. So if you're out of Mora, then tough luck. You gotta watch your spending. If Paimon helps you out, that'll just make more trouble for Yanfei, and then Shinobu will owe her a favor.
Okay, true. You make a fair point. But it's all good. I have a backup plan for situations like this. If we really are out of funds, then, I'll find a job. I'll work nights, do beetle fighting during the day, and pay any
Bruh.
expenses out of my own pocket. It'll work. The Grandmaster has helped me find a few good gigs before. As long as it's physical work and the pay is good, I'll take it.
Now you're talking. See, that's the kind of attitude Paimon can get behind.
When you're top dog, what's your bottom line?
I can't believe you guys.
Hey,
Your
he's,
plan
he's
is all well and
working.
good, and I do hope you try not to be a burden on other people.
Don't hate on the hustle.
You still need to beat me first. I know what Boss is trying to do. He's making me fight Paimon first to use up my Onikabuto stamina. Well, good luck with that. Even with a disadvantage, I'm still not gonna make this easy for you.
Beetle boot camp is about to begin. Oh, I hope I remember how to do this. Okay. I'm trying. Oh, I got it. Wrong thing.
I lost. I can't believe it.
That...
You didn't
that was
really
so
lose.
tense. Shinobu nearly got the better of Paimon there.
Shinobu. Couldn't remember her name for a second. Dazzling duel.
Hey, hey!
The tutorial made you lose. That was not your
Sky-cleaving
fault.
white iron lavender melon destroys Shinobu on the first attempt. Ooh! You really are natural at this, aren't you?
As agreed, we now have Shinobu's official support to host the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp.
I haven't battled in ages. Guess I'm out of practice. I'll have to move to Plan B. Try to keep costs to a minimum, and make sure Yanfei-senpai doesn't end up doing everything for us. I'm gonna hold you to your word, boss. Fund this event yourself by working nights. Battle beetles all you want during the day. And one other thing. Our boat tickets home were booked well in advance. I can amend the date, but only by a few days. So, keep this event to maybe 4 or 5 other people tops, or you'll run out of time,
stuttered
okay?
there.
I don't want you getting carried away.
Got it. Sure, promise. Cross my heart and hope to die. Shinobu, you've got nothing to worry about.
Okay, I'll head down to the
Eat
harbor and see
1,000
about
needles
changing the
if
tickets.
I lie.
I'm
Pinky
warning
promise
you,
song.
you better not go spending all our mora while I'm gone.
What? Me? No.
Okay, so we've only got 5 battles to get in shape enough for Guoba-san. Then we gotta master what he teaches us, then take down that cocky pet rock. Shinobu is asking us to do the impossible here. But this is the kind of hardcore challenge I live for.
Oh, you. Oh.
Don't worry, Onikin.
Improper
I'll
dialogue
find people
syncing.
to join us in our great training endeavor. So long as there are worthy beetle battlers to be found, I'll be sure to sense their presence and bring them over to our camp. We haven't been in Liyue for long, but I'm certain that this vast land is filled with mighty warriors. We'll have no trouble finding but one of these each day. Now, as for the esteemed Oni King's right hand and honorable sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon...
We've done our part. We saved your butts by getting Shinobu to agree to this. Paimon saw the look of sheer terror on your faces. You're clearly no match for her.
Oh, of course. I will, leave it to me. I'll come up with something. You'll get your reward, don't you worry. In the meantime, if the Oni King's right hand and sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon don't have other plans, then prepare to watch history in the making. Because in a few short days, I, the bona fide Beetle Battle King, will raise my game to new heights, win the respect of Guoba-san, and become a living legend! Booyah!
Cool.
I love him.
Yeah, we'll be watching. So, no pressure or anything, but...
Paimon, why are you in the bathroom?
If you mess this up and everyone completely wipes the floor with you, we'll see
Why
the
is she in the
whole
bathroom?
thing.
What? Why was Echo? What? You already told. Why would you show me that again? You already made me do it once. Silly game. Alright, okay. I'm going to assume I can go through these off screen, like while I wait for the time gating to be done. You find yourself in the kitchen. You see an eclair in the receptacle, and you think to yourself, what the hell? I'll just eat some trash. No, it was not trash! Was it in the trash? Yes, then it's trash. But it wasn't down, it was some sort of... on top. But it was in the cylinder, above the rim! Adjacent to the refuse is refuse. It was on a magazine and it still had the shrink wrap on. Was it eaten? One little bite? Well, then, that's garbage. Enemies actually have voice dialogue. They're just NPCs, though, by the look of it. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. If I decide not to do them off screen just to be safe, maybe I'll not do them off screen just to be safe in case like other characters cameo or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I think I'm good for now. Did a lot more than I intended to. I wasn't expecting this to be like a full-on voiced event. I expected maybe like one quick thing at the start, like that one Ayaka event, like many months ago, where she first got her little French dress. You admit you mean for putting Genshin, but you also don't regret it and uninstalled multiple times. I know, I get it. I'm just saying, so long as you acknowledge that putting in the same tier as DMC2 is bullshit. You want to do it anyway, by all means, but... You don't know who the opponents are in the upcoming days? Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll just stay away from it just to be safe until I know for sure, like, if these, if it's gonna lead to interactions with the characters I care about or not, but yeah. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna have to Frankenstein this footage together if his event is actually decently sizable, it seems. So my apologies if this doesn't go up on YouTube right away. I'm gonna Frankenstein this footage together, or yeah, you know, cut it in half so it's just an obvious quest on its own, and then edit all the Beetle stuff together once I'm done with it. But yeah, I'll come back and do that at some point once the event's not time gated anymore. Just finish that off. But yeah. That was also cute. Obviously, any event with Itto in it is immediately, like, at least an A. Character is immaculate. Very, very fun, man. Max Middleman elevates him even more than he already is. But, alright. Well, like I said, it's been a roller coaster couple of days. So I'm going to, call it early here. I should probably stop recording or something same. So apologies, seamless edit. I did some of these off-screen, even though they were voice-acted, because I wanted the rewards for my daily commissions and whatnot. And thinking that, like, okay, I'll just not pay attention and then watch the cutscenes on YouTube later. Apparently everybody else has the same mentality towards NPCs that I do. Because the only one of these people that you could fight up until now that was not an NPC is Yanfei, and her cutscene for it is the only one I can find on YouTube. Apparently nobody else gives a crap about these other people, so my apologies. They had stuff to say, and Itto by extension had stuff to say back at them that I'm sure was very amusing, but this game lacks a replay feature and nobody else cared enough to upload them from what I can find. So we're just gonna very quickly watch the one that I can find, aka Yanfei's. And that's just gonna have to be enough. Stop moaning. I forgot I have Chrome muted. Stop that. Okay.
Hey there, I'm back. So then, how's the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp coming along?
Great timing, Yanfei.
My savior! Oh, thanks for helping out with the permit. Oh, and for the sign with the epic artwork. Wait, I know that look. Are you, looking to flip some Beetle too?
Huh? Something wrong with that? I have a big client who does a lot of cross-border commerce. Anyway, she showered me with gifts once after I helped her win a huge lawsuit. And among them was a very special Oni Kabuto. I didn't know how to look after it at the time, so I got Granny to look after it for a while. It's looking pretty buff these days. Mind if I join in? You're not worried I'll cramp your style, are you?
We ought not dismiss
We need a theater. It is actually a crime
What she lacks in experience,
that this game still
she
doesn't
makes
have a
up
proper
for with one
replay
of the
feature.
sturdiest built and most awe-inspiring Oni Kabuto I've ever seen.
You make me an offer I can't refuse. All right, time to send in the Oni King's right hand with Crimson Staff. I know my compadre will stay cool under pressure.
Ew, ether. Gross.
So it's me versus the Traveler? All right. I haven't quite got the hang of this game yet, so apologies in advance for any blunders.
She's lying. She's actually incredibly strong. Also screw this event for not letting you choose the highest difficulty without going through the second highest first. I really need for events to stop doing that. Just let me get it all done in one shot, please. Is he more boring? Aether? I just don't like his design. I just don't like his crop top. And color palette as much. Perfect guard, you fool! Perfect guard! His color palette is mostly beige and yellow, yeah. Also, my apologies if you hear my stomach growling. I haven't eaten since breakfast. It was one of those days where I'd stay up so late it was early enough to have breakfast.
What is Madame
My grandma made me some eggs.
See? Your savior's Oni Kabuto is a
You feel
force
caught
to
up
be
picking
reckoned
Aether,
with.
you're fine.
But just like last time, when my generals threw you a few curveballs,
I don't
the
judge.
mightiest blade cannot slay its foe except in the hands of a
He's just not my
skilled
preference.
swordmaster.
Especially because he's so
Wise
overused.
words, Grandmaster. Oh, okay. Good thing my compadre kept it together.
My other problem with Aether is like is a meta thing where like Hoyo frequently singles him out seemingly as the quote unquote canon protagonist. Like he's the one who almost always appears in official art and live streams and all that shit. And it's just it just feels very like, dude, come on. Even it up a little bit. And then they seem to think that they're making up for it now by doing the exact opposite with Star Rail and using almost exclusively spell in most of the material. Like, dude, that wasn't the problem. Balance it out, man.
Wow, what a blast! I could get into this whole beetle battling thing. This is so much fun. Thanks, everyone. I'm gonna stick around and play some more.
Did you know that MiHoYo spelled backwards is Atlas? Good God! Bruh. These fucking thumbnails, stop it. Jesus Christ. Okay, alright, we don't need this anymore. What thumbnail? A thumbnail with Itto in the foreground that was just a close-up of Shinobu's butt. Like, come on, man, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Heck yeah, man! Walking here. Alright. Okay, I can show the rest on my own. Yeah, like I said, my apologies, because, again, you know how much I love Itto, even though I don't care about NPCs traditionally. Like, I'm sure he had some funny dialogue with them. But, neither of us are ever gonna see it now. Because I walked away while I let the cutscene autoplay. So I don't know what was said either.
Hey! Good to see everyone! How's it going? Having fun?
So far your team is Aether, Yanfei, Noel, and Fischl. Good choices. Don't necessarily have the best. They don't necessarily have the best synergy ever with each other. You probably need. Oh no, Noel's a healer. That's right. Never mind. Yeah, not the best team synergy, but like all good choices. All of those units are very valid. Well, Aether less so, but I will say, take that video's advice. That video was running Dendro Traveler. I need to switch mine back. Dendro Traveler is the only one that is viable.
The day has finally come.
Use them.
Woba-san, I've been training hard at the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp, and now I want to show you just how far I've come. And Crimson Staff, too. If my progress satisfies you, then please, teach me. Show me the way to communicate with Crimson Staff, Crystal Tornado, and all the shelled organisms of this world. Do that, and I swear, once I become the reigning champion of the beetle fighting world, I will build a mighty statue in your image at the Arataki Gang's beetle fighting headquarters. What the? Woba-san got a brand new Oni Kabuto.
Question about the friendship level on characters. What's your question,
Not
Wonko?
looking normal.
Ah, it appears to be not a typical Oni Kabuto shell, but one built of resilient wood. Is it wearing a suit of armor?
We told Granny all about your Oni Kabuto boot camp. It really piqued her interest when she heard that Guoba was getting a disciple.
It does not affect stats at all, you get no extra stats or like meaningful rewards for Blanco. All you get for raising their friendship is as you raise it up further, you will unlock additional bits of lore in their profile section, and you will get a name card themed after them.
As it turned out, a friend of hers had made a whole bunch of gardening and landscaping machines to look after the silk flowers on the terrace. They're called bloom pruners.
Yeah, some of those name cards are pretty neat.
The bloom pruner can transform
I
into
believe
the
I'm
shape
currently
of
rocking the
any
Itto one.
creature to blend into its environment.
Actually, I may have changed it to Furina, I can't remember.
Butterflies, finches, you name it. And of course, Oni Kabuto too. So, Master gave Guoba a bloom pruner and got it to take the form of an Oni Kabuto so it can battle against you.
That's pretty high tech for a gardening appliance. Xiangling's master is Madame Ping, so Madame Ping's friend. Aha! Of course!
Madam Ping's friend. Who? Who are we talking about? I blacked
no
out.
machine can compare to a real live Oni Kabuto warrior. Did Guoba-san pick a dumbed-down enemy on purpose so we can showcase all our awesome
Bummer never works to
skills?
snap at you do like lore, yeah.
You may be wise to temper your optimism, Oni King.
Yeah, some of the,
My Beetle senses are failing to detect this
Yeah,
Oni
also, I'm
Kabuto's
saying lore,
might.
but like,
Or perhaps it's
But yeah.
too profound for me to fathom.
Yeah, when I say lore, keep in mind I also mean stuff like a lot of the characters will have like voice lines about where they talk a little bit about other characters associated with them. You can't even unlock those without getting their friendship to at least like level 4 or something. I think. Granted, it's pretty easy to get them to that point, but yeah.
It's not even
Nothing
alive.
crucial.
There's nothing for you to sense.
Just neat stuff. And you're gonna be getting it anyway just by completing tasks. So.
Anyway, Guoba-san may possess limitless power, but a warrior
Almost lost your account to a
needs be
scam,
one with
JC?
his weapon.
Ooh.
The bond between Oni Kabuto and trainer
Your Genshin
is forged
account, your
through
Twitch, your
blood,
Discord, what happened?
sweat, and tears, not wood, mesh, and gears. Crimson Staff and I are like glove and fist. Let's get this duel going. It's time for Guoba-san to witness my true potential once and for all.
Discord, yeah. Yeah, there's something going around. I still don't know what happened to poor Boop. Like, his account was very clearly got hacked according to Kiwi and Balin. And I just have not seen hide or hair from him since. Hasn't even been online as far as I've seen. Nope. Nope. Perfect guard. Ah! Up. Ooh. Did he just teleport behind me? How do you like it, huh? How do you like it, huh? This is so cool yet boring at the same time. I love this minigame. It's just, it could use a little bit better pacing. Yeah. Like either better music or like some more dramatic camera angles or something. But I do like the concept of this one. It's fun. Alrighty. Great contribution, Guoba.
Whoa, Bullchucker sure made short work of the
You're
Bloom
good. Discord support
Pruner.
helped you get it back. That's
I
good.
won!
That's awesome.
Victory is mine! With my trusty Crimson Staff, I have defeated
Glad you were able
the
to avoid
mighty
destruction.
Guoba-san. Whew. Alrighty then. The moment I've been waiting for. Guoba-san, if I have earned your recognition, I humbly ask you to teach me the ways of shelled organism communication.
What a way to phrase it.
Guoba-san, you look pleased? But you just lost to me in battle. Does this mean you're proud of me for my swift progress? Oh, shucks. I don't know what to say. You're too kind, Guoba-san. Oh, you're just being modest. I know you were going easy on me.
Looks like Guoba's all warmed up now. The Bloom Pruner is ready to operate at full power. Guoba, remember the plan? In this round, we want to increase the Bloom Pruner's power output from 0.1%
Itto is so
to
good.
1%, okay? Any higher and you'll risk knocking
Never
Itto's
believe a
Oni
friend saying I
Kabuto
accidentally
out
reported
cold.
you. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, there it is. Paimon knew something was up.
Yeah, Scott, always make sure that people aren't asking something that seems out of the ordinary. Luckily, I don't talk to that many people, especially not in DMs and whatnot. So, like, on the rare occasion something like that happens that seems funky, I usually know better. Like, pretty immediately. Lost your Steam account that way, Neo? Oof. 0.1%?
As I feared, we have barely scratched the surface.
Wait, hold on a minute. 0.1%? As in 0.1%? As in 1/1000th? You've gotta be kidding me. All that was just 1/1000th of its top power?
I love Dragon Ball.
Guoba's a little confused. You did say you wanted to train your Oni Kabuto to defeat Crystal Tornado, correct? I thought it would go without saying given the size. The Bloom Pruner has to shift rocks the size of casserole dishes, so obviously it has to be pretty strong. Even then, Crystal Tornado is bigger still. It dwarfs me and Guoba, and it's even taller than you.
That's impossible! If we were talking, twice as strong as the last fight, I think I'd have a shot. 10 times as strong, and we're already looking at losing most, if not all, of the time. About 1,000 times stronger? Who am I kidding? It's hopeless.
When your tactics fail, you have to change your point of view. In our journeys far and wide, we often have to think on our feet. Clinging to old methods can never solve the problem, no matter how hard you try.
Shut up, Paimon.
Of course, Guoba-san. This is what you've been trying to tell me all along. I gotta study mechanics. Then build a suit of armor for Crimson Staff that'll take his abilities to a whole new level. Or maybe, heck, I could build a bigger, stronger mechanical Oni Kabuto, piloted by Crimson Staff under my direction.
Itto would get along real well with Frankie, wouldn't he?
Oni Kabuto? How do you expect to pull that off?
They'd actually be a very dangerous combination.
Battle.
Dare to believe, dare!
Seeing the power of
Not the
Bloom
same.
Pruner has made me realize
Not the
something.
lyric.
There's a natural limit to Oni Kabuto's strength. People have tried to tell me this before. Shinobu, the Grandmaster, especially Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon. Admitting defeat is shameful, but not even trying to mix up your tactics one time? That's just plain stupid. Guoba-san has shown me a new path. Mechanically modified Oni Kabuto.
On today's
This new
episode,
technique in my arsenal
Itto
size
commits
will be
crimes
no
against
obstacle
nature.
to me and my valiant Beetle warriors as we set out to beat Crystal Tornado once and for all.
Get that Beetle and Getter unit.
Looks like Guoba's not too sure about all that. Mechanics, huh? I'd have to get my master to see if her friend would be willing to help. She's the expert.
Did you say expert? Please, Guoba-san, Chef-sama, my savior, introduce me.
Thinking of becoming the second Arataki gang member to study in Liyue, are you, boss?
A Beetle
Shinobu,
Borg, you say?
When'd you get back?
Time's up. We spent our last mora on these boat tickets, and if we don't get to the harbor pronto, they'll go to waste.
But, give me a minute, okay? We're in the middle of an extremely important discussion here.
Yeah, I heard. I was actually very pleased to hear the suggestion of you doing some sort of studying coming out of your own mouth. I have some relevant experience, so I can write a little booklet to get you started. But unfortunately, studying in Liyue is very expensive. The Arataki gang's typical expenditures are a drop in the ocean by comparison. So, what do you intend to do about it?
It'll be fine. I'll just, I'll work like a horse when I get back to Inazuma. I know what I'm getting into here, all right? I got it all planned out in my head. It's not like I've never gotten paid work before. As soon as I get earning, we'll all have cash for the burning. And don't think for 1 second I'll be abandoning you or the rest of the Arataki gang neither. I ain't the kind of head honcho that runs off to go study and leaves his gang behind. If we're gonna study, we do it as a team. Once I've got enough mora for everyone's tuition fees, the whole Arataki gang is coming to Liyue. We'll study together, learn some epic new skills together, and come out the other side as the stronger,
Itto
smarter,
college tuition for one
invincible
person alone
Arataki
costs
gang.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You're saying
Never
all of the
mind.
right things.
Back to being a bug.
Who are you and what have you done with Boss?
Wow, Bullchucker! Those were some bold words. You better make sure you follow through.
I repeat, please stop calling him that. Itto is a man of his word. It's in retrospect, it's really weird he didn't get a rerun this patch, given this event having voice acting and everything.
Break in per day, but yeah.
In that case, Oni King, I'll stay here in Liyue. Firstly, this will enable me to follow up with Chef Sama and discuss our study plans in detail.
Yeah, he was supposed to at one
now
point.
that word of the Arataki blazing armor
Like traditionally,
Beetle
like
Battle
I
Boot
know
Camp has
I know
begun to
my
spread,
patterns,
I'll be
but
able
like
to
traditionally
scout for
Geo
talented
characters like him and
warriors
Albedo
and
do
continue
rerun
optimizing
around
the
December.
Kabuto training diet. Also, if the Oni King's right hand and
He was rumored to,
sky-cleaving white
but
iron
just didn't
lavender
happen.
melon wish to continue battling, or
That is not
analyze the
why.
battle so
I don't want
far,
to say why.
I'll be here to support them.
Awesome. Good thinking, Grandmaster.
Like I said, I don't even know if it's like
Okay,
I don't
standard
even know if it's like
procedure applies. I'll let you
a super
grandpops
like
know what you're up to,
ubiquitous
so we won't
slur
worry about you.
that like was just all over the place back in the day or whatever.
I am so pumped.
But
to
I've heard
see
it
what
in at
you'll
least
have
2
for us
things.
Next time I see you.
And that's enough for me to be like,
I
I don't like that.
One thing clear, though. I can't promise that we'll be able to talk an Adeptus into taking you on as students. Yanfei and I will do our best, but we'll just have to see how it goes.
The great master of whom you speak boasts a skill others can only dream of. Their pride and prestige don't faze us. The important thing is that I, on behalf of the Oni King and the Arataki gang, can find a way to show them we're serious and sincere in our quest to master the mechanical arts. So I'll need to do some research to find out what kind of gift we should offer if we're to be seen as worthy of learning the mysteries behind the manufacture of the bloom pruner.
Boss, we gotta leave right now or we're not gonna make it in time.
All right. I guess this is it.
Traveler,
Oh,
Paimon,
go.
Yanfei-senpai, Miss Xiangling, Guoba. You've all been a huge help to Boss with this Beetle battle event. I really can't thank you enough. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude. I hope you can find some use for it in your future endeavors.
Wow, you got us a gift! Thanks, Shinobu. You're so thoughtful.
She's so nice. Woohoo.
The time has
Freebies
come.
for the win.
Adios, compadre. See ya, sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. Goodbye, Guoba-san and Chef Sama. And farewell, my savior. I'll be back real soon. I promise. We'll meet again.
La 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 la. Don't make promises you can't keep, Bullchucker. It's good to have ambitions, but don't let yourself get carried away in the heat of the moment. Do what Shinobu
See you next time,
tells you.
Itto.
Be realistic about what you can achieve.
Yeah, the
and
thing
make
about running
sure
it,
you
the thing
pace
about having so many
yourself.
regions now, it's
But
kind
of
of
course,
it's
if
kind of hard to
everything
balance
works out, Paimon can't wait to see
giving all
Crimson
the old
Snap
ones different
driving a
events, you know?
ginormous mechanical Onikabuto the next time we meet.
The only one that's really consistent is Liyue, because bias. Oh, thank God, I don't think I could have taken that guy. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God, he's leaving. Oh. Fear. Yeah. Is that it? That might be it. That appears to be it. Dang! No denouement! I guess that was the denouement. Oh well. You were hoping there'd be another courtroom event in Fontaine with Itto involved? Oh, I wish! Yeah, that's another reason I'm bummed at him showing up here randomly instead of a bigger event. Yeah. I want him in Liyue, man. I need him to beat Furina. I need this wonderful, wonderful clown man to cheer up the sad clown lady. Oh, it'd be so good. All right, okay, that didn't even take as long as I thought it would. All right, I don't know how long this is gonna end up being altogether, but I'll Frankenstein this footage together into a battle on the Beetle Brawl or whatever the full proper title is. I'll look it up later, and get that uploaded all in one. But yeah, cute little event. Like I said, it's always weird when they throw in voice acting to these, but especially because it makes it hard to record. But I'm glad it's here. Again, I'm always glad to hear from Itto. Be another Ace Attorney event in Fontaine? Yeah, I think that's what Goggle's saying. Yeah, like the courtroom mechanics were actually pretty fun for the most part. Besides some jankiness and some logic gaps in a couple of places, but But yeah, I'd love a, like, Ace Attorney style event at some point. I assume that if we do get any more festivals or whatever this year, most of them will be Fontaine-focused, just to, like, continue to flesh out the new cast, since a lot of the characters from that still aren't even out yet. We still need, what's it called? Still need, Clorind, that Chiori lady, granted she might count as Inazuma. And, Siegeween. I keep forgetting about her. I still think we even know if she's a 4 or 5 star. It's weird. But alright. That was cute. Early stream, but we are, I am officially caught up on, some of my, my extra stuff now. Which means tomorrow we go to hell. Won't you come with me to the hell that is Fire Emblem 4? Thank you all for watching. Special thanks to Fusion and Ninja, Go-Kart tier patrons. If you want to help support me going to hell, check out the links in the description. Love you guys. Nighty-night.